All right, now let's add the method to delete any chat here. Okay, so let's, of course, so this one we can close, and then the chat history. Okay, we want to put the delete here, we can leave it. Chat screen, we can leave it. We still want to put the up bar somewhere here to clear the chats. Chat message we can close. The main screen we can close. Home screen we can close. Chat history, let's keep this for now. Okay, inside the chat provider now, let's create the method to delete the chat. So let's come back just after above the prepare. So let's create the method to delete chat. Okay, so this is also going to be a future void. Let's do delete chat messages. Okay, so here of course we are going to require the chat ID like that. Let's go with what Copilot is doing. So we're not going to do it like that. First we need to check. Okay, so first, okay, let's just remove all of this. Okay, so number one, what we're going to do is first we delete all the messages related to this chat ID. Okay, so but first, number one, check if the box is open. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to check Hive box. So the box that we're going to check is the one related to the chat ID that we have clicked on. Okay, so we're going to check if box is not open. First we are going to open it. Okay, open the box. Okay, now that the box is open, we are going to delete all the messages in the box. Okay, so delete all messages in the box. Okay, so we're just going to do, okay, we just directly going to just do it here. We're going to say await hive.box.this chat messages box under this ID, and then here we want to .clear. Okay, like that. So once we clear that, and then let's close it. Okay, let's just close it like that. Okay, so that's it. Now we have deleted all the messages in this box. Okay, so else if it is not open, if it is open, we just want to delete all the messages in the box. We want to get this box .clear, and then we close it. And then right after we do this, we're going to get the current chat ID, get the current chat ID if it's not empty. Okay, so I want to say chat ID if it's not empty. Let's just put comments here. We check if it's the same chat ID that we want to delete. Okay, now here what we just need to do is if it's the same, we set it to empty. Okay, so we're just gonna check if current chat ID dot is not empty. Now again we check if current chat ID is equals to this chat ID that we have deleted, then we'll set the current chat ID to empty. Okay, and then also let's clear in chat messages. Okay, in chat messages dot clear, and then we notify the changes. Okay, this just ensures that for example, we are chatting here, there are messages here, then we come here, and then there's a one chat history and then the second one. So this, if the one that we are deleting is not the one that is in here, we won't do anything. But if the one that we are deleting is the same chat which is here, we need to clear this. Okay, I hope you understand. If it's not the same one which is here, we don't need to clear because there is a chat inside there. All right, so that's just what we are doing on this code below here. Okay, now that we have created this, we just need to come on the chat history widget, and then here on value, we just want to say await context dot read and then delete chat. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is to put the async keyword. So this is called what? Delete chat messages, and then we have the chat ID. So why are we getting an error? So okay, we put it as required chat ID like that. Okay, so now once this is done, we also want to delete this chat. Okay, so now we're going to get this chat which is coming from what? This chat history. Okay, so delete the chat. What we're going to say is await chat dot delete. Okay, and then that's all we need to do. Okay, that's how we are going to be deleting the chats. And then let's just hot reload one more time. Okay, I don't know, now it has restarted. Let's start another chat. Hello, let's just wait for it. All right, again, it's taking time to give us a response. It's my internet again. Okay, now it's even stuck. I don't know if something is wrong here. So I'm just gonna stop it and run it again. All right, now after rerunning it, let's just test it. So let's click here, we go to the chat, and then let's try to send a message again. Let's just wait for it to respond. Okay, now we have a response. Okay, I think we had a problem with our internet or something. Let's just try to send again. Oh, we should be having responses faster. What's going on? Okay, yeah, we have a response. Okay, great. So now let's try to delete this. You can see that it's a chat history now. It's there. Okay. So right now we can't start another new chat because when we come here, we always find this old chat. Okay. So we need to have a button here to start a new chat. So maybe before we delete, let's also create that. Okay. So for that, we need to go in the chat screen here. And then where can we put it? So here in the scaffold here, let's have actions. Okay, now these actions we only should show. Okay, already Copilot is suggesting, but let's not do that. So here let's only show this action if there are text here. Okay, if there are messages here, we can show that. If there are no messages, it's already a new chat. Okay, so we're going to check if chat provider dot in chat messages dot is not empty. Okay, if that is not empty, that's when we are going to show this icon button. Okay, what is missing here? Maybe a bracket. Yeah, like that. So now this icon button, what we want to do is to add new messages. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is let's first see how it looks. So we don't want to delete, we want to start a new chat. So let's remove that, then let's hot reload. Yeah, that's the icon button. But now here, instead of this delete, let's do the add icon. Okay, add, let's hot reload. Yeah, we want something like that, but let's put it under the Seco avatar. So let's wrap this with a widget called Seco avatar, and then let's hot reload. Let's go back. Okay, the chat is gone, but we can just simply click here and then it's back. Now let's hot reload. Yeah, we want it to be inside like that, and then we can also wrap this with a padding. Let's hot reload. Yeah, it should come there. And then here, what we want to do is to add to clear this and start a new chat. Okay, so what we're gonna do is show my animated dialogue to start a new chat. Okay, so here what we're gonna do, okay, it's already come. Then let's just import these, and then we have that, and then start new chat. Are you sure you want to start a new chat? And then yeah, we want to start. Okay, so let's just change this to yes. And then here, yeah, we need to call this method prepare chat room. Okay, so is new chat is going to be true, and then also the chat ID is going to be empty. Okay, because it's a new chat. And then we don't need to navigate here because we're already in this screen. Okay, we just need to do this. Okay, great. Now we can start a new chat. So let's just okay, we can even hot reload like that because we know that these messages are saved. Okay, we can let the application even start from the beginning. If we come back here, you can see that we don't have that button because there are no messages. Okay, now if we get into this history, we are going to have those messages. Now to start a new chat from here, we just simply click here, and then it's going, okay, let's remove one S here, and then we're just gonna say yes. Okay, now we have started a new chat, and then we can test this new chat. We can say, tell me a short story about let's say coding. So let's have it do that. Let's just wait for it. Okay, so there is our story. Okay, you can see that it's coming as a stream. Okay, so now if we come back here, we have two chat history. Okay, now you know that if we get into this odd chat, when we continue is going to be in this chat history. Okay, so let's say, what are the top 10 best chess players? Let's ask it this. All right, once again, we didn't get a response here. You can see that it's still loading. This is very strange. Something may be wrong in our code again. Let's just check through. So let's just make sure that this on done is getting code. Okay, let's log here. Let's say stream done. And then the other thing is let's log the event here. What we want to do is event. Okay, great. Now what we're gonna do is, if we come out of here, we can see that it has saved. Okay, which means it has passed all these stages. The stream is done. So what we're gonna do is let's just create a new one. Then let's just write a long list of messages. Okay, let's test it. Okay, we did not save. Okay, we won't have our logs. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's hot reload again so that this is effective. So now we have this message, and then let's say what's Flutter in few words. So let's see if we're going to have, okay, so we have message already exists. We have this event, which is here. We have the stream done. Okay, now let's continue. What can I do with it in few words? Let's see, because on the third one, that's when we got stuck. Okay, it's still saying, you can see that it's still going here. Okay, thank you. How can I install it? Or let's just say thank you for the info. Okay, we just want to see if we can continue the conversation, because it's, I don't know why it's okay. So everything is fine. I just don't know why sometimes it's not getting the response. Okay, so now let's try to delete one of these messages. All right, also it's a good idea to, when we have asked something, it's always good to put also a stop response button. Okay, so that once you click that, we can stop it and then remove that chat. Okay, so now let's try to do it, especially this one where we did not get a response. Here it's still thinking. That's what it's saying. Okay, so what I want to show you is that when the chat is in here, we should clear it. Okay, so once we long press here, we're going to have that, and then if we click delete, it's going to go away, and then even here it's going to be new chat, because that's the chat that we deleted. If we are in this chat, for example, this one, and then we delete this one, that one will still remain there. Okay, if we try to delete this, that chat is still there. Okay, so our creating new chat function works, and then our deleting chat also works. So I think that's about it for chat. We know that we can send the messages. We also we can send the images, and then we can have a history. We can continue with the history. So one other thing that let's just see if the history works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new chat, and then here I'm going to say, what are the so I'm going to say, who is Bruce Lee? Okay, I'm going to ask it this. So I hope now it won't get stuck again. Okay, so it has answered about Bruce Lee. Now what we want to do is we want to get this from history and then see if it will continue from here. Okay, so I want to come out, and then this was a question about who is Bruce Lee. Also, one other thing is these messages, we want to put the first one on top. We are going to do that. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to come out of this chat about Bruce Lee, then pick this one, which is now this. Now I want to go back to Bruce Lee, because now it's going to load the history from the database. Okay, and then I'm going to ask it if it still knows this. Okay, so I'm going to say, what are his top 3 best movies? It should know that I'm talking about Bruce Lee. Okay, so let's send that. You can see that Bruce Lee's top 3 best movies are these. Okay, so our history is also working even when you are coming from clicking any of the history messages. Okay, now last thing is, before we end this video, let's put the first we want to add the latest message on top. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So for that, we just simply go to the chat history, and then where we are getting the list of chats, where is that? Okay, this is a widget. This is chat history here, screen. So here where we're getting a list before we cast here to list. Okay. After we cast here, we just need to put here dot reverse and then to list. Okay. Now let's hot reload. You can see that the latest message now will be on top. All right, so that's it about this, guys. We know now the chat screen is done. We can start a new chat. We can go back to the history. Now let's just do some other things that this application has, like changing the theme, and then also, yeah, I think that's it. Just changing the theme, and then later on we can add the voice inputs. Okay, so thank you guys, and see you in the next video.